Welcome to the MoistyVoice episode 55.
Woo!
It may as well be the E3 cast, considering the fact that every single thing that's important about E3 is just getting announced before it. Because that's what is like a thing now, is they have to hype E3.
That Bethesda did it, because I'd have liked that to have been a surprise.
Like, a teaser would have been one thing, but then they were like, teaser, next day, okay, here's the thing. We couldn't wait. And it's like, we could.
We blew our load all over the counter.
Todd Howard just blew his load.
Yeah,
He announced
right
something
across
that
my
wasn't
news
Skyrim.
feed.
Yeah, it was
and
against
another
his...
not Elder Scroll game. Like, everyone's pissed. Even Fallout fans aren't happy. Actually, especially Fallout fans aren't happy. We didn't want to see anything after 4.
Yeah, at this point, we're like, you know what? Just let it die. We're okay.
So as we're opening with this, I'll just continue with it. So there was last year, I think it was Bethesda, like early last year, went and got like some copyrights or domains or whatever for New Orleans and related stuff.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
A lot of people forgot about that. So some hot speculation right now is that Fallout 76 is set down in the bayou. Down in Louisiana.
Why
Gotta
76?
go get that bayou.
1976?
No,
No,
Vault
it's
76.
Vault 76.
Oh, yeah.
So what I'm hoping for is just full-on New Orleans, Hurricane Katrina, like 2200.
It's actually
Battle Royale.
in the past. In the future, it's if Katrina recovery never happened and not just took 20 years.
I actually went through. I watched some teaser breakdowns because some people like spending 10 hours of their lives doing that.
Oh yeah.
And
There's a comic book on this table.
Respectable speculation is that based on the timeline presented on the Pip-Boy in the teaser, this would actually happen before Fallout 1, making it the earliest canonical entry in the Fallout franchise.
Oh,
So it would be technically a prequel,
interesting.
which is fun. It shows you, based on the date, it's like 2102, which is actually before the Master found the serum that creates super mutants. So in this game, we would likely, if that is the correct timeline, there would be 0 super mutants. It'd
Always
be the
a
first
plus.
Fallout game without any super mutants, which would be nice.
Yeah,
They
I'll give it that.
they got way fucking outdone in Fallout 4. Very frustrating.
It's just so weird to me that, like, so that was the first of the things that was announced or not the first, but
It was like-
one of the earlier ones.
Yeah.
Pokemon, said,
Pokemon
like,
Let's
hey,
Go.
last year they were like, we're going to have a mainline game on the Switch. And then all of a sudden, like a month ago, the domains for Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu are registered. And people were like, whoa. And then it comes out. And so this isn't even the mainline thing. They've confirmed.
Nope,
Nintendo has confirmed that this isn't the mainline game announced for release in 2019, but it's like that. It's basically Pokemon Yellow, but redone. So you either get Pikachu or Eevee. They're gonna be like your companion. You can walk around with an Eevee on your head, so it's the greatest game ever.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. I'm so glad that they chose Eevee.
And then it's a lot like Pokemon Go in that the wild Pokemon battles seem to be entirely like combatless. It's just, fling the ball, get the thing. There's still trainer battles. There's 2-player local mode, which is super cool. It partners in some way with Pokemon Go. They haven't fully revealed all the ways that you can combine the two.
Probably level up your Pokemon by walking around with them.
There's transfer, but
Okay, so
not. You can transfer from Go to Let's Go, but not the other way, or one or the other. I
think that
forget.
when Pokemon Let's Go comes out, they're just going to make a companion app for it, and that's going to replace Pokemon Go.
No. It is the Pokemon Go companion game.
Okay.
It exists. Like, Pokemon Go was created with this being the end goal, is a companion game. And it's got that Pokeball controller, which I'm all about.
Yeah. It's a great look.
It's so cool.
Size relation, like the little Pokemon Go plus thing is like this big, and the ball's like this big.
Yeah, it's like a decent size.
They're not that far off.
And you can, carry it around, put Pokemon into it, and I think that it'll be like the, it wasn't the Poke Watch. What was the thing from Heart Gold?
The Poke Gear?
Yeah, something like that.
It's the Poke Gear.
The little thing that you could carry around.
Something like the Poke Gear.
Oh, the pedometer.
Yeah, it was a pedometer where you would put Pokemon onto it, walk would gain experience. It's going to be like that. You can transfer it to the Pokeball, and that'll somehow allow you to do stuff. And I think, there's going to be a lot of tie-in, and there's a lot of speculation that when Let's Go drops, there's going to be a massive update to Pokemon Go that's going to, really... right now, as it exists, we can imagine what the companionship's going to be.
Yeah.
But they're going to add even more into it when the game drops.
I'd be excited to see it.
So I think this was a really smart decision from them. Like, you've got Pokemon Go. It was, like, the number one thing on planet Earth for, like, a week. And then it went away.
And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links came out around Christmas.
It was big its entire first month.
It was big for a long-ass time, but...
And then it died, and then it came back for a little bit.
It was weird. It, went up, and then it, hard sunk, and now it's sort of just
it
happy
has
medium.
it has a loyal base that still plays it, and that base is none too small.
So it's definitely going to get me into, flicking it back on again.
I'd prefer you didn't use that prototype. I feel like it was.
Do not sexually molest my Eevee.
I'm just kind of
Please
upset.
don't flick your penis at my Eevee.
I'm upset that I'm not on college campus anymore because that's the best place to be if you're on Pokemon Go. Is any college campus?
Well, you live like a half mile away from one.
Yeah,
That's
but
it's
hassle,
not, man.
Before it was.
But you walk there because you have the Pokemon Go.
No, you don't walk there. You don't walk at all. I don't walk. It was I'm going to class. I might as well play Pokemon while I go to class.
Okay.
I would never. Even when I was playing it,
we'll get mugged.
even when I was playing it, with some regularity, I would never actively just I'm gonna walk for the sake of Pokemon. It was only I'm walking and therefore I will also Pokemon.
Okay. My I am walking therefore I will also is Yu-Gi-Oh!
But you can't get the gains.
Yeah, you can.
You just grind out your matches.
That's all I do. I spent 3 hours on fucking Duel Links at work yesterday.
Yeah.
I got in 20 minutes late because holy shit, traffic.
Yeah.
But from 5:50 up until 9, I had 24 total transactions. I was the only one registered too. There were just 24 sales in that time.
That's a slow ass day.
So I was just on Duel Links the entire time doing shit at the register because we didn't have to walk the store because there's maybe one person in at a time.
We had already done everything else.
The store was fine. Cleanup was just sweep, and then the entire time was papers. We didn't have to fucking touch it up because it was already we did a dozen times previously.
Does that make you a professional Duel Links player if you're getting paid to play Duel Links?
Oh yeah.
We got a Twitch IRL you playing not the actual screen, just Twitch IRL of you playing Duel Links.
I'll bring a webcam, put it on top of the register, and just have you watch me play Duel Links.
It's your boy, Peter Dinklage.
Just have a Peter Dinklage mask on.
Yeah.
It's weird now, but alright, go on.
That's your thing now.
That's your gimmick. You gotta have a gimmick.
My gimmick is just Peter Dinklage.
Yeah. You got a Peter Dinklage mask.
I can't tell if you guys are attacking him or not. What is this about?
One day you'll have celebrity guest star Peter Dinklage appear on it for 2 seconds and then leave.
He'll just walk by in the background.
Yeah, he'll just happen to be shopping for some reason.
It'll be hey, it's your boy Peter Dinklage. Turn the entire pick up the register. And your boy Peter Dinklage.
That's it.
I'll be 1674, sir.
That's
the chip. Just go ahead and insert it.
That's $1,674 for Peter Dinklage's appearance.
A normal transaction after that.
Hey, he'll stay and give more autographs than that piece of shit bass player.
Oh yeah.
I don't even want to talk about.
Oh no, let's talk about it. Come on.
Okay, so Mark Rizzo
Mark
He is
Rizzo.
the lead guitarist for Soulfly, recently had a solo album. And so you know what Mark Rizzo decides is a good idea?
I'm sorry I called him a bass player. Any bass players out there, I understand that's a better instrument. I misunderstood that he was a guitar player. Please continue.
So, he comes in like 20 minutes late. There's people waiting there. Turns out he decided, I'm going to go get some food. And he got caught up in the food court signing stuff. Then everybody was like kind of gone. And he sits there for like 10, 15 minutes and nobody else is there. He's like, I guess I'm going to pack up and leave. So he walks out, and like 20 minutes later, not even 20 minutes, people start coming back in to buy, see where's Mark Rizzo? Is he still doing the signing? No, he left. Well, that's weird because I saw him in the food court, and he was signing some more stuff out there. So he fucking came
took
in,
the show on the road,
came to the mall for like an hour, spent 10 minutes in our store, and spent the rest of it in the fucking food court signing stuff.
Stupid.
Yeah.
You know who was a class act? Kane Brown.
Kane fucking Brown.
I don't care for him at all, but dude was classy.
That was a good
event.
Oh yeah, no.
Some advice for Mark Rizzo: be more like Kane Brown.
Be more like Kane Brown.
Ask your publicist, how can we be like Kane Brown today?
It's just a good way to live.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good. You're getting like, you walk into the studio or whatever, and your publicist is like, hey, points to the plaque up on the wall. How can we be more like Kane Brown today? I'm expecting more out of you.
Well, to start, Mr. Publicist, I should probably get into country music and not,
taking my shirt off in music videos.
Not this trap music. It doesn't really vibe with. No, we're gonna
Kane
create
Brown
a fusion.
can do whatever he wants.
I could see that.
Yeah, no, Kane Brown.
His next album, he went from like good, like country hearts, little country album, and it's going to go into just hard trap. Well, he's gonna be the nicest guy at the signings.
I'm gonna be ready for that.
Let me sign them titties.
The bridge between techno and country is Kane Brown. It'll bring a renaissance of music that nobody asked for.
What's his fuck do that? Who did the joke country songs?
Seth Rogen?
I assume most country songs are jokes half the time.
I hope they are.
I just can't imagine someone seriously writing, like sitting down, writing, going, yeah, ranking the music, going, yeah, recording it and going, yeah, then letting it sell in stores like I did a good thing.
You mean like Kanye West?
No, see, Kanye, pre the past year, basically, actually had a lot of merit to just his abilities. Country music stars of any kind, like maybe once in 10 years, you get a country song that's going to last for as long as humanity does.
It's like
that's
Dolly
about
Parton's 90% of her track list.
Fucking Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Goddamn, do I hate that song.
It's not
it's country. As far as the radio is concerned.
As far as the radio is concerned, I was like, it's a ballad that really just didn't know who should be singing it, so Bret Michaels said, I'll do it.
They're just sitting around like, all right, we got the next country radio song. Bret Michaels got nothing going on. All right, yeah, I'll sing it.
Rest of the band's just
wait, how did he get in here? I'll sing it.
You can't keep Bret Michaels out.
You had the band in there that was supposed to perform it, and then you just kind of open the door to say, hey guys, and it's just between you opening the door, they're gone. Bret Michaels is there. They've just vanished.
Let me explain the situation to you, alright? You're supposed to have a signing with Mark Rizzo. He comes in for 10 minutes, leaves to go get some food. Bret Michaels walks in, hey, heard there was a signing going on today. You're thinking, this wasn't a Bret Michaels signing, but he's here now.
Yeah.
He's here, and guess who isn't? Mark Rizzo.
They're going to record Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Lead singer goes to the bathroom. Bret Michaels is there.
Hey,
he's here now.
Mark Rizzo was supposed to play a couple of acoustic songs as well. So we had cleared out an entire massive space on the store for him. And guess what?
Nope.
Mark Rizzo's wife is in the bedroom waiting for him. He goes to the bathroom. Bret Michaels walks in. Well, he's here now.
It just makes you think like that, the whole fucking weird Don Cheadle thing with Iron Man 2.
Just, shit, well, we can't use that guy.
He's
just looks over his shoulder. Hey, Don! You want to be in a movie?
Who's the next best Mark Rizzo? Bret Michaels. Bret Michaels, obviously, right?
Okay, so long story short. Iron Man 1. Rhodey Rhodes was played by some actor. I can't remember his name.
This is going to be our most recurring... We've talked about this so many times.
It's an important story.
Because fucking the fact that Don Cheadle will just steal anybody's role.
He did steal... He was just sitting around there like, okay, we don't want to pay what's-his-name more money.
And he just... And then it's like, if you ever say the words...
No, he's
pretty big. I can't remember his name, though.
Don Cheadle took his name.
Yeah,
shit.
That's exactly what I'm getting at. Basically, if you're if you're an A-list actor and you decide, hey, I want to get more money for this role, and Don Cheadle hears about that, he's gonna try to steal your role.
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
He's just Empire guy now, though. Like,
he's just
that's
Empire
all he
guy.
is.
That's
For the
his
rest
one
of time, he's just Lucian. What's his bucket?
His character's name is Lucian?
I'm pretty sure it's Lucian.
It's whack.
Whack.
I don't know. Lucian is a popular black name. I'll say it, but it's not good with his face.
Oh, I'm sorry. Lucius.
Oh, okay, yeah, that works.
Lucius Lyon.
Is fine.
Which spelled out looks like Luscious Lion, and that just sounds adorable.
Yeah, it is.
Like just a lion that got like into a Garnier factory and just rolled around in the shampoo.
Beforehand, they didn't claim they tested it on animals, but now it was just kind of put in there.
Animals tested this on themselves. We tried to stop them.
We couldn't keep the lion out. Why?
They just, what can I say? Animals love our shampoo.
Animals love our luscious locks.
I'm gonna love when Terrence Howard, like, dies in a car accident or something, and they're like, oh shit, what do we do with Empire? Well, who's the next best? And Don Cheadle's just on set.
Just already, it's just Terrence Howard dies. Next day, Don Cheadle's on set in his fucking...
Lines are memorized. Like,
Yeah.
How did he even get this script? Like, oh yeah, no, we've just kept him in the loop on everything in the event that we need to get him.
In the event that we needed a Terrence Howard lookalike, yeah.
He's not even he's just a Terrence Howard stand-in. He's not even a lookalike. He looks nothing like Terrence Howard.
He's not even that. He's just another black actor. That is the only thing they share.
Yeah.
Is their race and their profession.
No.
In every other way, they are different entities in this planet.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh my god. Going back to E3, though, also Assassin's
not?
Creed.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey got leaked again.
Leaked.
So
We're gonna say leaked.
No, it was an actual leak. Ubisoft has so many. At least this time, it wasn't someone talking to someone else on a plane.
Ubisoft just took a leak, as they do.
But as they do, and this time they just, you know what, we're not even gonna just fucking post something now. And they post just a Spartan kicking another one off a cliff saying, see you at E3. It's Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and it's just gonna be you going around doing jackass in the Mediterranean, as far as I'm concerned.
So
That's exactly what I wanted with my life.
I get Odyssey, Odysseus, Greek, all of that, but I will only ever imagine it as a Mario Assassin's Creed crossover. Like, I cannot hear that title and not think the #1 selling game of last year.
There is a harsh difference between Odyssey, Mario, and anything else Odyssey. I don't even.
No, there
think
isn't.
Mario.
The
I
only
only
other
think
game-
of the Iliad and the Odyssey.
Yeah.
The only other game that, or any other thing I can think of besides Mario Odyssey and Homer's The Odyssey is Oddworld Abe's Odyssey.
Oh my god.
Again,
And that
that's
just doesn't stick in my
That's
head
just a
for
Mario
very
game
long.
again.
You're the last person Family Feud's going to go to in a mall.
I would hope that I'm the last person that Family Feud goes to in a mall.
You're gonna fuck over whoever's playing that game.
Oh, I know.
They're gonna like say something completely fucking stupid and they'll get 1 point.
What's-
And fucking
What
Steve
place
Harvey's
is-
just gonna shit himself. He's gonna be like, who? What?
Is he still doing
Why?
that?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it's a new
think it
guy.
is. But, so, what place is it easier to get into than out of? And I'm just gonna say a well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
I mean,
that's just correct.
You're not wrong, but you're not giving the right answer.
No, that's the point though.
I probably would have gone with a
Jail.
Waffle House.
Well,
Ooh, Thunderdome. It is exactly 50% harder to get out than it is to get in.
you're stupid. You're stupid.
I'm not wrong, though.
You should be.
Okay. This is gonna just. I'm not gonna stop thinking about that one for a while.
Speaking of things that are stupid, Paul Rudd was almost Sonic's buddy cop.
Fuck me that he wasn't.
It would have been glorious.
Oh yeah.
But instead it's going to James Marsden, who you may famously know as playing Cyclops in the first 3 X-Men movies.
That's it.
If you remember that.
That is all.
I remember it.
I was there.
I was actually the fish politician guy.
He's also on Westworld. For anyone who's watched TV in the past
No.
10 years.
No one's watched television.
People don't watch TV anymore. They use HBO Go.
It's all about that HBO Go.
Exclusively HBO Go. Netflix and Hulu are actually just shams.
They're just all bots. It's just 100 million bots subscribed to Netflix. All of humanity is on HBO
Dude,
Go.
there are 100%, like, a million bots that have more money than I do.
It's just a bummer.
And that money can't be accessed because whoever created the bot doesn't actually know the bot has, for whatever reason, made money.
They're like, oh, I set this thing up to harass comedians. And then it made $40,000 in 2 months. And I
can't access it.
Like, I don't know who let this thing sign up for a bank account, but the money's there.
Anybody can sign up for a bank account now. You don't need to go into a bank to get a bank account.
You don't even need to be a person. You could be a bicycle. The bank does not care.
Made my dog a bank account.
You can.
His Instagram actually has more money than I'll ever make.
That would be, yeah, that would happen.
It's a hard knock life.
You know what I hate?
Annie. So much.
I actually really like Annie.
So much. It's 100% because of Jamie Foxx. He smiles, and I feel like he's going to murder me.
Wow, okay.
Well, it's not
wrong. I hate when there's like trivia things and stuff, or just people who are assholes who know too much and insist on letting you know that they know too much. Of like famous movie misquotes. And it's always like, it's not Luke, I am your father, it's no Luke, or whatever. And one of them, I can't remember what it was either some like trivia thing or something that I was doing, and the question was like, what's the correct quote? And it's the Hard Knock Life, not a Hard Knock Life.
It's the hard knock life for us.
Somebody felt the need to make sure you knew full well that it's not the whatever that grammatical thing is. Is that it's not a participle. What is
fuck
a?
is a participle?
What is a and the? What are those? It's one of those things. We'll call up an English major.
What is something you can insert at any point in a sentence to make it better?
Your dick.
My dick.
Just
Mike Wolfe.
Mike Wolfe. All on the subject, Anthony Bourdain.
Who's a better adverb? Mark Wolfe.
Oh. I want to become
I was Mark Wolfen down to...
Please never say that sentence again.
That doesn't sound appropriate. It shouldn't, but it doesn't. Oh my.
It was Mark Wolf on my way to Ramen City.
Think like, you did what to those children now?
Terrible, terrible things.
You know what's not terrible?
Terrence Howard?
Chino begs to differ.
Lego Batman the something. DC Comics supervillains.
It's not even Lego Batman, it's just Lego DC villains.
Which somehow makes me also more worried. Although Beyond Gotham...
was so not Batman.
So...
Got it. Gah! I'm angry!
The team who made Lego Batman the first one should be the team who's directly responsible for this DC Villains game, because I'm excited.
1 and 2.
It's like Sonic Forces meets DC Villains meets Lego, so it's great.
Meets Second Life.
Oh man, my mom's getting her nursing master's.
In Second Life?
What the fuck?
Yes.
What's the relation?
Every single course or semester, she's doing like a different course, and every single time she has had to have a Second Life account, where they do shit related to the course as homework. Like the one she's doing now is something about like interpersonal relation. It's like a patient care, like how to basically like relate to people, and it's just human interaction as it relates to hospitality and nursing. And for some reason, they thought one of the best methods they could teach that is to make you do a Second Life account. So now 2 semesters in a row, she's had to exist on Second Life, and is just perpetually pissed about it.
Yeah. What the fuck kind of school?
I'm assuming
University of Phoenix?
CGCC?
No, I think it's U of A.
That's way too harsh on CGCC, man. It's just a community college. Lay off.
I think it's
Exactly.
U of A.
Like that's why I feel like they would use Second Life.
Yeah, no,
So-
It's come for them like that.
it's real confusing.
Yeah.
It's real. So now I know someone who's on Second Life, I guess, is the end to that story.
Tried it out once when I was 15, and the memory scars me.
Never once, actually.
Don't.
I was all about Neopets and RuneScape.
Hell yeah.
And Adventure Quest and
Dude, Adventure Quest.
Yes.
what was? I know there was at least one
Pop
other.
Tropica.
Yeah.
Pop Tropica.
Never
The shit.
Oh man.
Fucking love Pop Tropica.
I had so many accounts because I was just like, I want to play through that early shit again. So I would just start all over and play through that early shit again.
I've never done Pop Tropica.
You missed out so much.
It's
I'm
fun.
sorry.
Best way to.
I'm waiting for the Pop Tropica E3 Battle Royale reveal.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I
it's
pay
coming.
so much money.
It's coming, and you know it's coming.
Active shooter battle royale.
It's not. That one's not funny because half the players have to be the students.
Oh.
Is you're just running
Wait,
around like, oh
wait.
god, I gotta get to my classes and sure hope I don't get shot in the hallway.
Better yet, Japanese film battle royale, the game. Everyone's the students.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so some dipshit,
So
developer, he's just a dickhole who makes dickhole games to be edgy and
I
look
bet
at
his
me.
Steam has hosted other games that have been like, just terrible, like, in terms of, and then there's always the argument of, well, how far should art or media go in order to recreate or represent life? There's one where you just, like, go around, like, as a serial killer murdering civilians and shit that I think is still actively listed on Steam. But this one was called Active Shooter. It's you going around stalking school hallways in an attempt to recreate school shootings.
Yep, there's different maps of actual, like, schools.
A bunch of parents were getting on board like, hey, I'm an actual parent of a kid who was killed in that Florida shooting in February. What the fuck, Steam? Why are you hosting this?
So it got taken down. It was gonna launch, like, next week, and it's been pulled entirely, and Steam was like, yeah, this asshole's made, like, multiple accounts and is uploading games from it all the time, and, we catch him every time, and it's just a process. So, fuck that guy, though.
Yeah.
Like, some people are just real Martin Shkreli's, and this guy's kind of a Martin Shkreli.
He's... Well,
Shkreliest.
you have to be better to be a Martin Shkreli, because he got to that position.
Yeah.
You have to be 100% like a talented asshole. And that's what pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
Is after Shkreli, now you've got a bunch of non-talented assholes attempting to do it. Which
Like-
is nice, because you're catching them before they get big.
You know, yeah, and kill them before they're powerful kind of thing,
Yeah.
before they can actually harm someone more than just making
Before they
them...
can really Shkreli.
Yeah. Because you don't want people to go full Shkreli. You gotta nip it at the bud. As a little Shkrelling.
How many more times can we say his name before we're assholes?
I'm wondering how many
Did we
more
pass
times
it?
before, like, his lawyer hits us up with that cease and desist.
You
of
can
just-
only say Martin Shkreli 5 times in any recording before you owe us money.
So every single podcast from now on, we're just gonna open with Martin Shkreli, Martin Shkreli, Martin Shkreli, Martin Shkreli.
No,
Leave it at 4.
if we go back to, okay, we have to open with, it's always going to be a fuck EA, fuck Ubisoft,
Oh, man.
fuck Bethesda, fuck Todd Howard.
But we love Martin Shkreli.
God, do we love Martin Shkreli?
Martin Shkreli.
Hashtag free Shkreli.
What's the opposite of Todd Howard? It's Martin Shkreli.
I don't think that's in any way factually
I would say
correct.
Ron Howard.
No! No, Ron Howard is so Martin Shkreli. He's so Martin Shkreli that Disney lost money on Ron Howard because Solo was so bad.
Yeah, shares actually dropped
Disney
a
shares
small amount.
dropped because of Solo.
It's
And I cannot be happier.
It's looking like it's actually not gonna make back cost of production and distribution in its theatrical run, which for a normal film is absolutely expected. Like,
Yeah.
that's just how the system works. But for a Star Wars film,
One, a
that's
Star
unheard
Wars
of.
film. Two,
A Disney film in
as
general.
a Disney film, It's oh god, I'm so happy for it.
They spent so much fucking money on that piece of shit.
It
was
wasn't
so
even
bad.
that much. Is
It
the
actually
insane thing.
wasn't that much.
It was
How
like
much
150 for the production and like one.
No, it was 300 for.
No, I think it was 150 for production. That sounds familiar.
It wasn't a crazy amount. That's the thing, is they did not drop like as much as they certainly could have on this, and yet they still are gonna get, like, eventually they'll make it up, because, you know, the thing about Solo is now they're gonna get to sell all the little Han Solo guns and costumes and things and action figures and the new Black Series, and they're gonna make pops, and like there's gonna be all sorts of shit. Like, they will make the money back. Star Wars has never been making the money in the theatrical. That's just been like the beginning. It's been about making the like tens of billions of dollars in anything other than that.
It's the movie's there to publicize the goods.
So
yeah, it
Buy
only
your
made
Chewbacca plush now.
83.3 million over the 3-day weekend.
Yep.
101 if you count Memorial Day.
mhm.
Which previous to this, Rogue One was the lowest opening weekend, but Rogue One still made like 155 million theatrically.
Well, because it did good on the follow-up. Because people
Yeah.
were like, I don't know what this is. I don't want to watch it. And then people saw
and it
it,
was
word
really
of mouth
good.
spread, and
People
then
were
people
like,
saw
yeah.
it. This had the inverse. It's like a bunch of people like, I don't want it. And then a bunch of people like, yeah, you don't want it.
It's so bad. I'm so glad that it's actually doing bad.
I'm very happy. I think that this will, you know, be the first opportunity for a lessons learned moment.
So there has been no exact figure provided by Disney, but the speculation is that the production budget was $250.
Alright. Does that include distribution, or is
That's before marketing
Okay.
costs. Which, if that is in any way an accurate number, makes this opening weekend so
harsh.
fucking terrible.
that pretty
for them.
harsh?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh my god,
so
I'm
that's
so happy.
that's kind of nice. It is one of those moments where you just feel really vindicated.
So its worldwide total right now is only staying at 168.
It did just absolute garbage in China.
Yeah,
Like it
yeah,
did not go off.
Oh god, I was so happy that it failed.
And because like Star Wars doesn't really do that great in China, because Star Wars didn't exist in China until like 14 years ago.
Yeah.
So they kind of got it late, and they're like, what's the big deal? And they even like they called it like Ranger Solo. They didn't even call it a Star Wars. They distanced it from Star Wars in hopes that it would like kind of trick audiences into just seeing a sci-fi movie about this handsome young guy and his furry friend. And also Childish Gambino's in it. But it didn't trick them.
Donald Glover's in it, not Childish Gambino.
They don't know that. They don't know.
Does China buy Childish Gambino tracks?
I don't know. But yeah, so
I feel like somehow they're as big of fans of Community as Michael is, and that thought pisses me off.
China's actually just a country of Michael. Just
No. Nuke it.
Are you telling me that like China does WoW gold farming?
I can
Who do
see
you
it.
think created it?
The actual like Blizzard doesn't mint money. They just have China exist, and that is how currency is introduced into the game.
Well, thanks to Blizzard's new fucking mount.
So there's a $475 mount introduced into WoW.
So the
But why?
gold rate is like 13 million gold or something, and you just outright buy it from vendors. And the whole basic premise of it is that, okay, you can access the auction house from it. Just
That's it?
anywhere.
Yeah, from any point on the map, it allows you to access auction house, which is big because you can only do that in the faction central cities.
No,
So,
like
for each
that's a big
expansion-
deal, but not
No,
a
that's
big
a big
enough
deal. Because part of gold farming is you go for items that people are trying to buy, and then you just sell those on the market board.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
It's going to actually frame like gold farmer that gets it. It does drastically affect the market and how much things are worth, or general like.
Because you now
stock
don't have
and
to go
demand.
back to town. You can just have your bots set to travel around an area and come in back and deliver all of your ore or trees or anything to one person, and then they can just have the mount and access the auction house from there. It's big.
It's pretty sizable.
Yeah,
it's
so
basically
Blizzard.
how people would go back, and you'd have to go all the way down to Panama for a bunch of shit, then boat all the way back up to sell it in San Francisco. You go down to Panama, you get the shit, and then you can immediately sell it to the people in San Fran without any delay.
Yeah.
Smugglers Delight.
Smugglers Delight.
That's pretty much exactly what it is. And so it's going to be fucking absurdly expensive. But, well, you could just buy gold straight out from WoW nowadays.
Yeah, it's
And that's why it's $475 at market value right now, based on the current conversion rate of gold.
You can't get money back out of it other than selling accounts, which is a bannable offense, correct?
Yep.
Interesting.
Actually, you know what? We can get backtrack us. We still have a lot more Star Wars to talk about today.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go back to that. There's a maybe live action Thrawn.
Woo!
It's
the Game of Thrones one, right? That's the No, the Game of Thrones one was the other thing. So this
so
one, yeah.
So there's a couple things. There's the Star Wars live action universe is going to be changing drastically in the near future, which means within like a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
In that we have obviously Episode 9 coming out next year. There were on board a lot of 2 solo sequels. Those likely still happening, but maybe not.
He's only signed on to play solo 2 more times. Whether he just cameos it, that counts.
It counts, but they also got Amelia Clark to come back again. And I think Donald Glover might have a multi-film contract.
There's probably going to be solo a Star Wars sequel.
Yeah.
It might just set up a third film that is so much larger than the gang, though. Like, it might be like the sequel sets up a third film, which is going to, like, maybe pair up with another Star Wars story, or just be, like, a big, small event.
So, of stuff that's coming out, a lot of this we've talked about in the past. There's Jon Favreau's live-action TV series, which is taking place after Return of the Jedi, but before Force Awakens.
Mm-hmm.
Which means it could show up there. Canonically for where Thrawn is, like what the character has been in Star Wars and the EU and whatnot. But because he is right now canonically in Star Wars Rebels, which is before A New Hope, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think it starts.
I don't know if it passes past a movie at some point, but I don't...
No, I'm pretty sure... It
seems to me that
Clone Wars is in between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Rebels is in between 3 and 4.
Well, Clone Wars catches up to 3.
Yes.
Which was really cool. But yeah, so this is... so his is between 6 and 7. And Thrawn could show up there, but it'd be very strange, given where Rebels is, for him to return that much later in the Star Wars universe. There's... What's his name? Rian Johnson's trilogy, which has been confirmed to not be anything yet shown in the franchise yet, so it likely won't involve Thrawn. Or, if you take those words 100% literally, it also means that can't be Knights of the Old Republic, because of the Knights of the Old Republic little Easter egg in Solo, which now has canonically the Sith world of whatever its face in the cinematic universe.
So the speculation there is that the Game of Thrones guys
might be doing the Knights of the Old Republic thing,
which I would appreciate if they did a series of Knights rather than a movie.
Yes. No,
I think you can do, as storytellers, so much more with it.
If it follows, and if it's just taking that time period, still amazing. Yeah. But if it follows in any way Revan, it's got to be a TV series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's
too much. You can't do that as movies.
Too much there.
I mean, if you look at Anakin's character progression in Revenge of the Sith, that's what a movie would be like if you tried to do Revan in a movie, and no one wants that.
No one.
Not a single person.
Maybe Hayden Christensen.
People give him too much shit. I'm here for my boy. All right.
But then the shit would be off of him because it'd be on whoever played the
are you telling me that Game Time started?
Hey, you know what? He actually he made back some dignity, because like 2 years ago he got his first invite back to a Star Wars event, like on I think it was I think in 2016 or maybe 2015 on like the
was it just Star Wars
Day. he got invited back to one of those events, and he went, and all of his signings and shit were actually completely sold out and like filled out.
Yeah, because he hasn't been able to do shit in years. Because like,
No,
not
people
even the
actually-
fans made him a pariah. Like, it was just sort of like this unspoken, like, he just stopped existing for
It
as far
was-
as anyone. He phased out of existence.
I never knew anybody that talked shit about him. It was kind of like a weird Illuminati scheme where everyone simultaneously just disliked Hayden Christensen. And it was 100% George Lucas's fault.
But now he's back, and people are like, "This is a cool guy."
He's not bad. He did a weird Roanoke movie. I saw it. No one else did.
Every Roanoke movie's a weird Roanoke movie, though. Like,
Yeah.
I can't remember. I was reading a script on it, or maybe I did something in high school. I can't remember. I did something involving Roanoke, and I was just like, "Oh man, why?" And then American Horror Story did Roanoke, and I was like, "Oh man,
That pissed me off.
why?"
That pissed me off.
And I don't know. There's just so much. It's one of those things that just people need to stop caring about it
It's
for its own sake.
I hate that American Horror Story did it because Roanoke is, for me, it's not in many, like, almost any way, you can't argue that it is, like, a Lovecraftian kind of tale. But if you look at it and you look at what Lovecraft is, there are a lot of harsh parallels between what Roanoke is, that kind of vibe, that story, what happened, what didn't happen, and what Lovecraft does.
Yeah.
So I just very much intricately love Roanoke and that entire kind of legend or whatever.
But you can't act on that love.
I
You
can't
can
act
love
on it because there's no proper way to do it. and
Everyone can love
fucks
it,
up.
but nobody can act on it.
There's I wanted to murder people yesterday.
What
I was looking around at something, came across one of my feeds, and it was like Howard Lovecraft and the Undersea Kingdom. And I look at the title, and I kind of like instinctively go for a gun that isn't there so I can shoot whoever wrote it. But I instead go and look at a trailer for it, and it's like the shittiest first year college 3D artists like fucking movie.
It's a kid show, right?
It's like a kid's movie that, oh my god,
Oh wait,
butchers
is it that
everything.
one that I showed you a picture of? Because we were gonna,
Maybe.
for a while, we were like hooked on going to Walmart and buying those really shitty movies that were like at the
We're
beginning.
still going to do that, just once we are more financially stable.
And then one of them was like a kid's movie where the kid was like Lovecraft something. It might be.
It might be
yeah,
that.
it was this. Yeah.
Yep.
I was gonna show you that, but I must have forgot to. Cause yeah, I saw this and I was like, oh, this will be hilarious.
It was not. It's not funny. It's so bad. Fucking Ron Perlman voice acts in the first one, and Mark Hamill joins in the second.
Wait, what?
You can get them to do anything.
Okay, well, I know you could get Mark Hamill to do anything.
He's
Well,
just
Ron Perlman isn't doing anything nowadays.
Mark Hamill will just do anything to not play Luke, no matter what it is. As long as it's not Luke Skywalker, it takes no
I
convincing.
love how much shit he gives Star Wars nerds.
He's so. It's fun watching early, like right after like the second movie, when he's doing like fan events and stuff. When he's like on SNL at one point, I can't remember at what point that was, but there was like an SNL skit where like Star Wars nerds kidnap him, and just like his interaction with all this stuff, and he's just like, "Oh, this is so fun! I'm enjoying my fame. I'm a new actor. This is a cool time." And then you look at him now, and you just see his face. In no context, you see any face, and you're just like, this is what being the idol of the Star Wars fandom for 40 years does to a human body.
I was like legitimately raised on Star Wars.
And you
Because-
fucking hated Mark Hamill the whole time.
No, I didn't hate him. I never had anything against him. I just never cared for Luke. I never latched on to the character. I was always like, why do people like him? I never saw the allure. It wasn't until the Arkham games I fell in love with Mark Hamill, but
He's got a great voice.
He's so good at
he's
it.
Such a talented
It's
voice
really
actor.
weird.
But yeah, so I never got into it. And then I see other Star Wars fans, like diehard fucking nerds, that run around as the fucking ice cream blender cosplay.
Oh, God.
And they, like, worship Mark Hamill as Luke. And I'm looking at this shit like, Luke was just a bad person. I don't get it. Mark Hamill doesn't deserve all of this. And I kind of feel bad for him.
He's a good guy.
He's a great guy.
He's just a grump.
He's a grump. He's old now. He gets to be a grump.
I don't know if we have anything else.
Well, you know what? One of my favorite live-action roles I've seen Mark Hamill in was actually on The Flash, where he played DC, like, knockoff Joker from Flash's universe.
What?
He plays the Trickster, which is, like, knockoff Joker.
I won't... No.
No, in the show, he's knockoff Joker.
I'll allow maybe that, but if you ever describe the Trickster as knockoff Joker again, I'll actually stab you.
Okay.
I've never seen the Trickster. I don't follow
That's
Flash
why, like,
whatsoever.
immediately, I rectified you from... when the second you said no, I realized, oh, he's misunderstanding. And that's why I said immediately, in the show...
I must be misunderstanding, bro. These women, they're in a, like, trouble, right?
No, because
It's
I
just
know...
the implication of Joker.
Because he doesn't have the fucking shoes to let him walk on air or anything. It's literally just, I play pranks, and they're evil pranks, so I have a protege, and he put a whole bunch of boxes in the sky, and they're gonna parachute down, and anybody who opens them is gonna get blown up.
Oh wow, yeah, he looks
Yeah,
like
I
a
remember seeing
wackadoo.
it.
Huh. I might watch Flash just to get to that
I liked
point.
him in Kingsman.
He was in Kingsman? What?
Yeah, the first Kingsman. He was a professor. Got his head blown up.
Oh yeah.
Put fucking Harry into the coma.
I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
he was like the full opening scene was him holding the towels while Gazelle murdered all those people.
I totally forgot about that.
Oh, I know, she didn't murder. She murdered the guy who murdered the people.
He's the murderer. I guess there is one other thing that happened this week,
Oh.
which is kind of by far the most like impactful thing that happened this week, but not the most interesting that happened this week.
It's so. This is what you were talking about. Nick and I were speaking yesterday about how culture has changed. Before, you could be racist or be an asshole or whatever, and like sometimes there would be consequences, but normally it would just be people would be okay. Well, they're just a fucking dick.
Like, it would take quite a while.
It would take more than you to just like
Not that
giving
long
an
ago,
outrage
John
to do
Mayer did an
something.
interview with Playboy, and they were like, "What do you think about dating black chicks?" And he was like, "Man, I just like I have no problem with them, but like I've got some black person heart and a David Duke dick. Like I need to start dating with my heart because I just cannot." And he drops like an N-word in the interview at some point. And, like, people got pissed, but it just went fucking nowhere.
Went nowhere.
So he just kind of disappeared for 2 years, came back, and all was well.
It's gonna happen with Kevin Spacey. He's gonna come back 1.5 years and people will have forgotten.
I don't know about that one.
I
The
don't
boy
know.
sure forgot.
God.
In any case, so no, we were talking about how there's this new culture of if people actually, like record you being a piece of shit, there are now consequences for your actions.
Well, it wasn't even fucking recording. It was just outright.
Oh,
No,
no. So the topic we came to is, I don't know if you saw it, but that lawyer dude who went off on somebody in a McDonald's or Starbucks or whatever because they were speaking Spanish. So this lawyer dude does that. We're gonna say it's McDonald's. He's there. He's making his order. Whatever. It's New York. The cashier says something to someone somewhere in Spanish, and he just fucking loses it, and he's going off, and he's pissed because he's sick and tired of this, and if you're gonna come to my country, you better fucking learn English. It's the least you can do to show your gratification. Like, we dragged you out of that, or, enabled you to be here, and you better do this, and blah, blah, bloop, bloop, bloop. And now he's like a pariah in all of those communities, and he might get disbarred. I don't know, but he has to like hide when he's in courthouses now because like he just gets harassed so hard and just all around. Like, he's not been like punched in the face, but like it's nonstop. Like, hey, aren't you that asshole? You're an asshole, and like he just gets heckled nonstop. So like, he's living with the consequences of that. But I was saying, like, I don't know if it's people are doing that more because of, like, certain political figures enabling a climate of just saying whatever the hell you want and getting away with it. Of just, hey, guys, we can be racist now. Or if it's that people are seeing the results of people, getting, what is the term? Like, taken to task on their shit.
It's an interesting.
So are people just recording more, or is it happening more?
Before
No, people are recording more in
certain
general.
political figures, Donald Trump,
all right, were elected, shit like this would happen all the time. People are like, God damn, I wish something would be done. And then we elected Trump, and then people are like, okay, well, we put one of them at a point where we actually can't, like, you know,
He's stuck
get
there.
them in trouble for it now. So we're going to stop anybody else from becoming that. It's once we took one of them and put them at the worst possible position that we're going to care. And now it's, if you do, a lot of people viewed it as, you know, when Trump going, oh, I can be racist now, I can do whatever I want, this happened, this is cool. And it was a trap to get all the racists out. It was, all right, we put the biggest one
Tricked you.
in the White House, all the others will come out, and then boom, we get them. And it's this new culture of, if you're doing that and you're being racist and you're a piece of shit, there are now consequences for it. And
You
that's
might not
exactly
expect it.
what happened with Roseanne. Is
Yeah.
ABC has been very aware of how offensive Roseanne has been. All of her views, she's done shit like this before. They haven't
I
cared.
would say that's the thing that, like, I'm proud of them. I'll say that. Of, like, they were like, you know what? Fuck it. You know, if you're going to be like, we gave you a chance, fuck you, get out. And, like, that's cool.
I'm not proud of them. They're doing it solely because of this new
It's a
social
PR move.
outlash.
I
It's 100%
honestly,
PR.
I would not be surprised if this was a long, like, this will be my conspiracy theory for the year, is that was the point. From the beginning, was they knew full well that she has been just a very shitty person for, like, decades. And they were like, let's give her a show. We know it's going to do great, because we're paid to know what's going to do great. And
Because John Goodman's on there.
This was a surefire win.
I love all of the memes of Goodman, like when you're sitting there just learning your lines, getting ready for shoot, and then just your show gets canceled because someone couldn't keep their fucking mouth shut. It's just him being very sad.
His entire fucking role on the show is just him being sad.
But, like, so I honestly think that they were like, we're going to make a shit ton of money. We'll put her, like, up on a pedestal, get her in this, like, this otherwise non-existent position of, like, the public eye, and then we're gonna take her down, and we're gonna look great, she's gonna look terrible, people like her are gonna be like, oh, this, that, and the other. Like, that's my conspiracy theory, is that was the plan. That is why the Roseanne revival happened in the first place, because nobody in their right mind looked at anything she has said, done, or tweeted in the past, 20 years and thought, she probably won't do that again.
It's a good conspiracy theory because, just by nature of conspiracy theories, I do disagree with it though. I will stand by that they were very much in it because they knew it would be a good show that would make money, and they still only acted because of the social outlash.
It was kind of crazy. And they're out money for it.
Yeah.
Like, they have to pay the bill for it, in that, people are expecting, like, when you take on a job in TV, you take it on for the season. And now everybody who does not have a job, who very likely and possibly turned down other job offers, is just like, oh, I guess I'm not getting paid this, half year. So, there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff about who's getting paid what and all these things. John Goodman's probably just going to fuck right off, like, doing, like, a little, like, that Warner Brothers frog. He's going to be just doing a dance off stage left.
He's got enough money. He doesn't care.
He's like, I don't need this shit. I am on top of my game right now.
I'll go get another 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Right? So,
I want so many more Cloverfield movies.
So, yeah, I don't know. Like, it's a thing. They did the right thing for the wrong reasons. They shouldn't have done it in the first place. I think they did it in the first place because of why I think it. But it was interesting. That's for sure. It's been like
seeing
the
all
top
the
of the
arguments
news.
of, but she like apologized same day, and it's what she fucking said, bro. The apology doesn't mean shit. You say something like that, you don't get to say sorry.
I didn't actually mean it.
It was Ambien that made me racist.
Like, Ambien's Twitter, like the official Ambien Twitter said, like, there is known side, or I think it was their parent company,
known side effect of being
racism.
racist.
And at one point, they even said, like, being racist for 2 decades is not a known side effect of Ambien.
Did they outright say for 2 decades?
Some person, like, representative, I think, did that. But the official Twitter just, like, blatantly said racism is not a side effect of Ambien.
I love it.
And I was just like, damn.
So that was a big thing, for sure.
was the Roseanne bit.
So yeah, that's probably gonna be even for like the next week.
It's gonna
All
be talked
anything
about.
like it's just gonna be the big story and updates on it.
I'm gonna hate any developments. It's as clean cut as it can be right now. I don't want more about it.
And it's
Like,
because
resolved.
she was like, I'm going off Twitter. Comes back like less than a day later. I'm not done here. And then just starts talking about all this other shit. So it's gonna keep happening and going. But yeah, no. As far as anyone should be concerned, it's open and it's closed.
Yeah. There's nothing more to be done for it.
But we're at 57. So
Oh, we're like 52. We didn't do shit the first 5 minutes. I didn't know it was rolling.
you know we have had a recent record of going to the hour and 20-minute mark. Like
People need
twice.
to clean their houses for an hour and 20 minutes, alright? That's
Sid!
80 minutes of cleaning. What else are you gonna do? Okay, they get through 57 minutes of cleaning, boom. There are 23 more minutes of dead space.
Ooh.
They get turned to other podcasts, Nick.
I know what you can do in 57 minutes. Drive 3 miles in Phoenix.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck. Did you know it's on a good day like a 50-minute drive to Peoria? Because I didn't, and I accidentally matched with a girl there, and now I wish I hadn't.
Like, well, on a good day, I'll see you in 50 minutes.
Like, did you match with her intentionally, or...
I didn't check location. I didn't look at that.
Is that on you or on her? 'Cause
Both?
she-
It's on
Or
the it's
if
on
she's
the
willing to make the distance, then no bad on her.
it's on the program because
Okay, so
the amount of times that they say, "Hey, here's your perfect match in New York," and you're just like, fucking.
what do I do at this point? I don't live in New York, nor do I wish to. It's got bad taxes.
I don't want bad
The
taxes.
housing market is terrible.
It's just apartments, right?
Jaden Statham owns like a $10 million house in Malibu and then like a $2.5 million house in Hollywood.
Houses are too expensive. I don't.
Good
I
houses.
was reading a lot of Jason Statham biography earlier.
Well, I think
He just kind of stumbled into acting. It's really cool, actually, if you look at the story. And he was a very talented scuba and martial experts before he ever got into any action films.
you know what we'll do is we'll dedicate a small video to just the story of Jason
Story
Statham.
of Jason Statham. He actively advocates for a stuntman Oscar category. And when people ask him about Oscar hopes, he says, "You don't give an Academy Award to a guy who did Crank or any of the other shit I've done."
Patron saint of the MoistyBoiz, Jason Statham.
Jason Statham!
Oh man. Well, we're gonna wrap for the week.
Yeah, I guess.
Catch us next time when you need to vacuum or drive 3 miles in Phoenix.
Or just want to hear more fun Jason Statham facts, subscribe.
Look forward to the Jason Statham fact. That's our new
I'm
channel
gonna come in
name.
with a whole list next time of
Okay.
just fun Jason Statham stuff.
There's
So this
so
has
much.
been the Jason Statham cast, and we'll see you next week for episode 56 of the Jason Statham cast.